What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild, where we are on our world tour, going through all the maps, doing all the missions, and all of that good stuff. Today we are going to Revontuli Coast. Welcome to the north edge of the Baltic Sea. Your stay here on the Revontuli Coast will surely be enjoyable. The expected hunting fanfare can be found here with white-tailed deer, moose, brown bear, and lynx. However, you've arrived for your stay in peak bird season. We have several species of geese, duck, and upland bird available, in addition to regional favorites like western capercaillie and the black grouse. The many islands and inland forests shall give you plenty of hunting opportunities when your gaze is lingering on the northern lights. When your gaze isn't lingering on the northern lights. Right, so, Revontuli Coast, let me check here, this is the next one that we're doing, yes. So here, we're going to use the same setup as we did in Mississippi. We're going to use a shotgun 22 for our bird species and our rabbits. So we've got widgeon, mallard, teal, duck, goldeneye, black grouse, hazel grouse, rock ptarmigan, willow ptarmigan, Canadian geese, greylag geese, bean geese, the capercaillie, and rabbit. We're going to use the Ranger 243 for raccoon dog, lynx, and whitetail. And we're going to use the Valgarda 375 for brown bear and moose. So this map goes all the way up to tier 8 animals, or class 8 animals. Let's get into it.
Hello. I'm very happy to see you, my friend. How are you? Tired from the trip? Don't worry. We have all the time in the world to enjoy the sights and sounds. You have chosen a perfect place for a vacation. I will show you a side of Finland that not many people know about. We might not know each other yet, but I think we will become great friends during your time here. You were dropped off at the main camping site. This place is usually full of tourists and campers, but it's hunting season now, so we should have the reserve to ourselves. Go ahead and open the outpost. I have prepared a cabin for you. You can leave your luggage and rest before we head out. Surprise! I baked you a little welcome pastry. Go ahead and try one. Do you like it? They're called runebergin torttu. I know, I can't stop stuffing my face either. They're so delicious. I love them. Human creativity is powerful, don't you think? How can something so tasty be made from a little bit of butter, sugar, and flour? We have a lot of good things to eat in Finland, or as we say, Suomi. I hope you get a chance to try some of our regional foods. You know, I'm always happy to get visitors, and I know you're eager to help around the reserve, but no worries here. It won't be needed. You can just relax and enjoy your vacation. Have you made any plans on what you want to do here? Besides hunting, of course. Let me tell you, in case you haven't made any plans, I have a little idea for you. We are going to see, touch and taste everything that Revontuli Coast has to offer. But every journey starts with a step. The blue trailhead over there, that is where our trek begins. Now head to the start of the trail.
Right, so this map, excuse me, is very, very side mission heavy. So there's not much of a story per se. We basically go around in a circle and listen to the narrator talk, which is fine. I'm not mad about it. So this will probably be one singular episode. I'll just do the mission on camera, and then off camera I'll go through and do all of my unlocking and all the hunting and all that other good stuff that we do. And I'll bring you back in for the final. So technically we started at level 29, but I guess I might as well just say we started at level 30 since we made level 30 just by unlocking the outpost. Yeah, so actually I'm going to write that down. We started off at level 30. So max level in the game is 60, but you can still get stuff and all that goodness after that. So, without further ado, let's start on our main mission. Go to the start of the trail.
I hereby proclaim the guided tour begins. So our little plan is this. We are going to walk along the blue trail. A nice and brisk walk that will take us through the central part of the reserve. I will be your personal guide, and during the walk I will tell you about worthwhile sights and activities we have here. The path is marked by signs, and there is a trail you can follow. But I will also mark the path on your hunter mate if you get lost. Don't worry, be happy, my friend. You know, I recorded a little tune for this occasion. I put in a mouth harp and drum. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Oiva Reijo Ikävalko, and I'm the warden here at Revontuli Coast. I've been the warden for about 20 years, which is pretty long considering I'm only about 40 years old. Even earlier than that, I was the assistant warden. It's because I like it very much here. It's my hobby and my therapy. I can think better when I'm walking in nature. You know, people watch TV show marathons. I walk marathons in the woods and along the coast. It's the same thing for me. But I also watch TV marathons. I live with my avopuoliso. I'm not sure what the English word is for that. Partner, maybe. Her name is Pirjo, and we have 3 kids together. Lukas, Matti, and Helena. You know, in time of test, family is best. We also have a little dog, a Rottweiler. What more would be interesting for you to know about me? Oh yes, I love music and instruments, of course. Strangely, I don't really listen to music that much, but I collect instruments and play them. But I think my music is pretty good. Well, yes, pretty good is probably right. Isn't it interesting that almost every situation, mood or feeling can be framed by a song or melody? I'm very jealous of great musicians. They have such honest expression at their fingertips. If math is the language of the universe, then music has to be the language of people and emotion. And sometimes I talk a lot. The tune I wrote, let me play it for you. What do you think? Ah, here we have our first practical stop of the tour. You should scout the area with the lookout tower. You might find something you want to check out later. During the trek, if you see anything that interests you, animal tracks or something else, feel free to pursue that and come back to the trail when you want. It's your vacation. You're the boss. Ah yes, here we have Revontuli Coast. Beautiful trees, lakes and ideas in every direction. It is a small country with a very big heart. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Now that we are further from the camping grounds, the lakes to the south are great to hunt waterfowl. Lucas, my oldest son, likes waterfowl hunting very much. So we wake up early when the weather is still calm and go out. We have a few favorite lakes we visit. Knowing the birds is very important to have a good catch. They all group and fly differently, so I recommend you take your time to identify them before the shooting starts. I don't hunt as much as I used to, but I'm very close friends with the local hunters. I used to hunt a lot when I was younger, but with time I've come to enjoy the reserve management side of things, making sure the needs of all the animals and plants are met. When a hunter tells me they've harvested a high-scoring animal, I know it's thanks to Mama Nature and a little thanks to Papa Oiva. But you know, mostly I don't need to do much. I'm just very thankful. I love this place. Are you starting to get itchy? The Nordic region has more mosquitoes than you might be used to. That's why the Vikings tried to leave all the time. The many bodies of water are a breeding ground for mosquitoes. You know, most people love to hear birds sing. I wonder if there's anybody out there who loves the buzz of mosquitoes. Like a mosquito buzz musician person. Maybe I should record some mosquito sounds. Release something on the internet. Yeah, it's hard to like them, but they have their role in the ecosystem, even if it's not very obvious to us humans. Every year we have our own spin on the Big Five challenge, but we call ours Sekalaiset 19. Sounds exciting, right? Well, that's because you don't speak Finnish. It translates to Miscellaneous 19. A nice name for a hunting challenge, you know? Feel free to join in at your own tempo. The competition is basically to snag a gold or better of every animal in the reserve. And if you get tired of shooting and would rather just walk around and appreciate nature through the lens of an observer, we also have a local photo competition. Feel free to take part. I've also marked out the highest point in the reserve. I'm up there at least once a month. It's the perfect getaway when I want to have a man date with myself. I'll pack my favorite cheeses, some savory pastries, and maybe a beverage, and head out there to survey the lands under my care. A spiritual power trip, really. Do you want to know my top 3 cured meats of all time? Graavilohi, which is cured salmon, and kuivaliha, or any jerky, and jamon iberico. You know, iberico is really nice, but I don't eat it very often, so maybe it's not good to have it on my top list. I'll change iberico to bacon. Bacon always works.
I know he ain't talking about my dog. We gonna have problems if he's talking about my dog. I'm just saying. I like bacon too. Yeah. Anyways.
These lakes and streams have salmon, pike, perch, rainbow trout, and how do you say this fish? Kuha. It's like the mix of the pike and perch. Yes. Thunder. Finland is really top of the notch for fishing. I've caught a few pikes in the lake you're walking past right now. They were like 14 kilos or 30 pounds. It could have been the same one, since I always release the pike we catch. I don't know about you, but I think they are not very good to eat. My kids prefer salmon, so we usually fish for that when looking for Tuesday dinner. For the fish and chips person, there is also cod, out in the archipelago. Or other whitefish like halibut and flounder. You should come by the house. I'll cook fish and chips. I think you will like my batter. I use a secret ingredient in it. Because you know, you have to respect the batter for good fish and chips.
I will say, I'm not a fan of pike either. We have pike here in Colorado, and they're considered an invasive species. um, yeah, I've tried eating pike. Uh, it's not good. It's really not, and they're very, very bony fish too. So cleaning them and deboning them, ugh, such a pain. But anyways, enough of my commentary. Well, this sucks. Flip me, man. So, I had another bad crash. I need to get back up to this point. Well, I crashed right about here. And I went to take a picture for the side quest, and it just kept trying to snap pictures, which is not right. That should not be happening. And it crashed. And it was a hard crash. And unfortunately, since this is the only outpost that we unlocked, that's where it sent me back to. So I need to make my way all the way back to where I was. Basically, I gotta go around this lake and get back on this trail, which sucks. I don't know what's going on with this game. This is the second crash that I've experienced since starting this whole World Tour series. So we had that, and the other really bad experience was on Mississippi Acres, where we can't progress through the story missions. I know I could submit a bug and all that good stuff, but you know, I've dealt with the Hunter Call of the Wild team before, and that experience was not very good. Basically, they told me it's a me problem and not a they problem, and it's 100% a them problem. I actually went through, I looked at their Discord, and their bug reporting page is just chock full of bugs across all platforms. Yeah. And the thing is nothing's going to get fixed right now because the teams are on holiday leave. So this is actually what is today? Today's the 26th of December. You guys are seeing this way after that. But yeah, at the time of recording, it's the 26th of December, so the dev team is all on leave. And there's no point in submitting a bug right now because it's just not going to get looked at. Nobody's going to see it, and even if somebody does see it, it's not going to get fixed. Not anytime soon anyway, so there's no point. I don't know. All I can hope is that maybe the dev team sees these videos and they go, yeah, that's wrong, that should be fixed, and they get on it. But as far as me putting in the effort, I'm not doing that. Not anymore. like I said, I've had problems with this game in the past on a different computer, one that was not nearly as good as this one. This one is basically top of the line right now. I built it myself. It should last me several years before I actually need to upgrade. So I know it's not me. The, it's just the coders, the guys who make the game. They know what they're doing, but I swear to God, they don't take notes. Crashes should not be happening, especially this late in the game's development. It's unacceptable. Not being able to go through story missions on a map that's as old as Mississippi Acres. That's unacceptable. That shouldn't be happening. If we continue to have problems, this whole series might come to an end because I'm starting to realize why I stopped playing this game. It was just really piss poor development is why I stopped playing this game. And yeah, like I said, I'm really starting to remember why I felt that way. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to stay positive, and these things will get fixed, and that we're not going to experience too many more major bugs like that. I'm hoping. I don't know how many chances I'm going to give them, though. I mean, how many chances do you give a game developer before you say fuck them? I'm kind of tired of it with this particular dev team. We'll see. We'll see. Stay positive, new dog. Stay positive. We can do this. We can get through this series. Hopefully. All right, moving on. We'll continue once we get there.
Here we are, and just in time for a break. We are building a new sauna out here. Not a lot of things beat having a nice sauna bath close to a lake. Have you ever had the opportunity to try a sauna? If not, there is no better place than here. I can't begin to tell you how much I love a sauna. Not just because it's relaxing, but I have so many memories from my childhood. I remember my brothers and I having snowball fights during our sauna breaks. The last time we had a snowball fight, I remember I slid on an icy patch and fractured my tailbone. I think I was 8 years old. There are just so many good things about the sauna. The nakedness, the connection to nature, and how it allows you to center yourself, and how sacred that is. I don't know who said it, but it truly is a church of nature. I actually proposed to my partner after a sauna. She said no, but somehow we ended up together anyway. Guess the nakedness helped. If you feel like trying it out, go ahead. I've marked the location on your hunter mate. Oh, it seems the construction guys aren't finished with installing the heater. The rocks there needs to be placed on the heater. Do you mind doing it? These rocks are what is usually used in saunas. It's called diabase or dolerite. It's suitable because it's odorless, it's cut to the correct size, and doesn't crack because of heat. A form of diabase was used to build Stonehenge. Isn't that neat? How different cultures find use for the same material. We use it to get hot, they use it as a monolithic calendar. There is also a bird's whisk on the wall there if you want. It smells wonderful. Go ahead, place the rocks on the heater and the sauna will be ready. How did you like it? Maybe I will join next time. I will bring sausage and something to drink. This is one of my favorite places on the Blue Trail. These two lakes are kept from one another by a little stretch of land. They only meet when it rains. It's a romantic tragedy of nature. I've read a few times that Finland is at the top of lists that rank happiness. And I think I'm at the top of the list of Finns when I'm in places like this. You know, it's not only the beauty, it's the way nature shapes this landscape without any real end goal in mind. It's incidental beauty. Or to think about it in another way, is it perceived as beautiful by anything other than humans? What factors have made us appreciate this? Does a monkey climb a tree only to pick the fruit? Or does he also take a second to appreciate the view? The way nature fits it all together is funny to me. Have you heard the quote from Edison? I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Describing his method for creating something is perhaps close to how evolution works. Nature needed countless mutations to create a thing that contemplates how many times it needs to create another thing. I wonder if you could call Edison's various attempts as him using his imagination and creativity. Could you then call nature's evolution and mutation as a manifestation of its creativity? But is evolution's creativity like a child painting or like an inventor finding ways that don't work? I think I need a long walk to think about this some more.
So I sent Bacon off to retrieve, and looks like she's going for that one there. I mean, there's right there. We got a duck. Tough duck. So I'm gonna take them off my list of things I need to get. I thought, didn't I get like a hazel grouse too? I think I got the hazel grouse. I'll mark that one off the list. Actually, while we're waiting, hunting log, latest harvest. Yeah, we got the hazel grouse, Canadian goose, brown bear, bean goose, and moose. Good girl. And silver. Go look for the other one. It's literally right there. Do you not see it? Do you not retrieve? Where are you going? Okay, my dog is broke. Fair enough. Either way, we got a gold, so let's go. I'm part of a secondary mission. Those hazel grouse, man. They squeal. Oh. Really? The deer came back? It's not counting the picture, though. Which is unfortunate. I guess I have to get closer. Pretty sure I need a picture of the whitetail. If I can get that, then life will be good. Alright, well, we got our picture. I don't know if it's a gold or not. I kind of doubt it. But he had the highest trophy rating, so we'll see. Well, he was just silver. It's alright. We gotta get a gold or better of every species on the map for that secondary mission, and we gotta take a photo of every species on the map for that secondary mission. So that's kind of what I'm doing as I'm walking around, is I'm definitely trying to get pictures of everything. What are you doing? I think that one might actually make gold. He was rated at 220 something at the high end. Oh, we gotta get higher. Okay. Alright. It is what it is.
I've seen a lot of brown bears to the north of here. There are rumors of a great big unique looking bear in the region. I have never seen it myself, and I'm not sure if it's true or not. Maybe you could go and check it out. You know, in old Finnish mythology, the bear is a very sacred animal. We say karhu in Finland. When a bear was harvested, a great feast was held in its honor, and part of the celebrations was about convincing the bear spirit it had died by accident and not been killed. This was done so that the bear spirit would not try to seek revenge. Afterward, the community would help the bear spirit return to the forest so they would continue to be game in the future. For other communities, the bear was a son of a god and was symbolically married to a maiden to make a bear god happy. Waking up on a Wednesday and hearing the good news, you're being married to a grizzly today. Have you written your vows? We might not have a lot in common with ancient people, but hunting and celebrating the harvest is something we've been doing for many millennia. That emotion and activity ties us directly to the hunters that came before us. You know, it takes a while to sink in. You are doing and feeling the same exact thing hunters 5,000 years ago might have felt. The last ice age created a lot of amusing landmarks on the Finnish landscape. I've marked their location on your hunter mate so you can check them out. Apart from natural landmarks, there are a few man-made ones here as well that I think would be worth visiting. I recommend you to check them out if you happen to be close to one of them. Just northeast of here, up the cliff is a lookout tower. This trail does not get any closer, so if you want to use it, now is a good time. Come back here when you want to continue the trail. We are pretty close to halfway through the Blue Trail now. Have you been enjoying yourself so far? You know, there are plenty more trails to walk on. For example, the Yellow Trail takes you through the hills. My personal favorite, the one me and Pirjo take when we want a long walk with Holly, is the Red Trail. It's a bit of a trek, but it goes down through the archipelago. Pirjo is an oceanologist, so we can mix business with pleasure and bring our binoculars for some bird watching. We have many different species of birds that visit us. I don't remember the names of the birds in English. We have the metsähanhi and the tukkasotka. And yes, this one I know. We have the golden eye, which I remember because Pierce Brosnan. He's good James Bond. And maybe you know, birds can't keep secrets, so if you listen, you can usually hear them long before you see them. When I want to get really close to them, I usually use a both blind. We have them available in the shop if you want to use one. Talking about birds reminds me of a song me and Pirjo made together a few days ago. We recorded the call of some birds and made this. It's very short, but I think it turned out funny. Let me put it on. Good, right? Pirjo is very talented. You know, west of here is a lookout tower, and northwest of that there is an outpost. It's a bit of a walk, but you can visit them now if you want. Or we can just continue on the Blue Trail.
Right, so I wasn't planning on taking this little deviation, but I saw that whitetail and I'm looking at his rack. I think he might make gold, which will help us in that secondary mission. So I figured, what the hell, might as well take the shot, right? It was 150 meters away, so it's not that far away. And he went straight down, too. Really good shot, if I do say so myself. There he is. That should make gold, I would think. Silver? Really? Just silver? Oh, I bet he would have made gold. Yeah, he would have made gold, but I didn't hit vital. What did I hit? Thoracic. Oh, I hit the spinal cord. That's why he went down so quick. Dang, I totally jacked up a gold. The trophy rating is 207, which makes gold. Gold is 193. So yeah, I screwed that up. That was my bad. Damn it, I knew he was gold too. Hey, it counted it as being gold. The mission counted it. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. That's a bug. That should not have counted as gold. But the trophy rating said it was gold. So, I don't know. I don't know what's messed up. I would imagine that it should have still counted as gold because the trophy rating was there. So either that's a bug, or the bug is that the mission itself is bugged where it counted it as a gold even though it was a silver. One of the two, that's another bug. So if anybody from EW sees this, add that to the list. Figure out what's going on there. Either I'm owed a gold whitetail, or that mission is messed up. One of the two. Anyways, we smoked us a whitetail. I forgot to mark that. I'm gonna have to go through and mark stuff. The story mission is really close to being done. I'm pretty sure we just follow this down to here, and then we take the boat back over. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, so we don't have too much longer to go, and then I'll start my exploration stuff off camera.
You know, this country has a history of high accuracy riflemen. And I believe it is important that a hunter is a few things. Firstly, somebody that respects and understands the tick and talk of nature and our place in it. Secondly, somebody that gives as much as he takes in life. And thirdly, a good shot. You know, nature doesn't really mind suffering, but we don't need to add to it. I've set up a few targets for you to test your aim. Go to the rock circle to start. Let's start with an easy 150 meters. You can use whatever weapon and scope you want. Kiva! Go to the next rock circle.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna grab this links right quick though. Mostly because I was not expecting to see a lynx. And they can be really, really hard to get. Can be. This one, he just, he gave us a really nice shot. So, we took it. Let's see. There he is. What is he? Just a bronze. Oh, she. Okay, well, whatever. Got right long on that first shot, which did her in. Cool. We can mark the links off of our species list.
Not a lot to say about this distance. 200 meters or 219 yards. You probably take most of your game at this distance. If you're not zeroing your scope, remember to compensate for the drop by shooting slightly above the target. Hyvä! Here we go, 250 meters. Somewhere around here is where wheat is separated from the chaff. Hienosti! Nice that you are not chaff. 300 meters or 328 yards. Imagine the old days, trying to hit this distance with an iron sight. Mahtava! I'm glad you have good aim. You know, I've been thinking of investing in a shooting range. It would be a good activity for our visitors and a source of revenue for the reserve. And down the line, a win for the animals, right? This has given me new energy to look into it. Thank you. Let's head back to the trail. I have a riddle for you. In the misty Finnish mountains, there is a village of magical squirrels. When they are born, they are randomly given a red or blue hat from their squirrel parents. A squirrel never knows the color of its own hat, and there are no reflective surfaces in the squirrel village. From a young age, they are taught a secret sorting rule that allows them to correctly sort themselves according to the color of their hat. Once a year, the squirrels have a ceremony. They all gather in the village center in a way that they can all see each other. They take a good look at each other and individually perform the sorting rule. Then they close their eyes and walk to the left or right end of the center. After a short while they walk back, mix and open their eyes again. How do they manage to sort themselves without making any mistakes? What is the rule? I'll give you a second to think about it. Any ideas? Here are a few clues. The answer is rational and logical. These are squirrels we're talking about. The number of squirrels doesn't matter, but to keep it practical, let's say it's any number between 5 and 10. It's something about counting, odds and evens. Try to put yourself in the shoes of one of these squirrels. Why would you arrive at a different number than another squirrel? Are you getting close to the answer? Here's a big clue. If everybody counted the same color, let's say blue, what number would squirrels that have a blue hat get opposed to the red squirrel?
Do you know what the answer is? This one I thought about for a long time, and I never could come up with the correct answer. But it's yeah, you'll slap yourself in the forehead when you hear it.
We are getting close to the end of the tour. This section is the easiest. What were your favorite parts of the trek? People usually like the lake views. From the ground, you might not see that there are a lot of lakes in Finland, but from above, the countryside shimmers. You know, Finland is known as the land of 1,000 lakes, but more correct would be the land of about 190,000 lakes. A paradise for the hunter, the fisher, the poet, and the mosquito. To make it easier to move around, we have boats stationed at the bigger lakes. Feel free to use them when you need to cross from one shore to another. I thought it would be nice to rest your legs and take the last part of the trek in a boat. That's the end of the Blue Trail and our trek. I hope you enjoyed the walk and our chat. It was fun getting to know each other, and I hope you will always have a positive view on Revontuli Coast. Do you mind if I play a little tune I wrote for the occasion?
I thought he came back and told us the answer to the riddle. Unless I missed it chasing down the moose. I don't know. What I should do is actually take note of the side mission stuff. So we've got 4 side missions that we have to do still. Visit the highest point in the reserve, which is all the way up north. Visit the landmarks. I'll eventually find all of those. I'm not worried about that. Right, so photography. So we got the bean goose. There it is. We got a moose. Brown bear. Whitetail. Lynx. Mountain hare. Tuft duck. Hazel grouse. Capercaillie. Goldeneye. Widgeon. Canada goose. Black grouse. And rock ptarmigan. Okay. Well, not bad. So I just need a raccoon dog, willow ptarmigan, mallard, greylag, and teal. And that'll be done. Catching a gold or better. What do we got here? We got the widgeons done. Very nice. Whitetail. I questioned that one, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. We got it. Tuft duck. And hazel grouse.
Squirrels! I forgot to give you the answer to the squirrel riddle. So here it is. If all the squirrels count the same color, let's say blue, then the blue squirrels will always arrive at one amount less than the reds, because a blue can't count his own hut. They can therefore divide themselves according to odds and evens. Elegant rule, right? These squirrels are a clever bunch of critters.
So there's the answer. They can't count themselves, so it'll always be one less. Oh, man. But anyways, yeah, so right now all I've got to do is explore. Okay, we'll give you a treat. That works too. Right, so I'm going to explore the rest of the map, work on those side missions while I'm exploring. If I get all the exploring done before I get the side missions done, then so be it. The side missions are not the reason why we're doing this video, or doing these videos. We're just out to get the main missions, the story missions done, and then move on to the next map. That's what the world tour is. So I will bring you guys back once all the exploration is done. We'll take a look at where we are experience-wise, money-wise. We'll take a look at the harvest, the skills, the perks, where Bacon's at in her journey in being a master retriever, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Alright, we are finally done with Revontuli Coast. We've got everything unlocked, everything discovered. Life is good, baby. We are at. I need to get my notes out here right quick. So we started off Revontuli Coast at level 30. We're now level 34. So I'm going to mark that down right there, just like that. And let's see here. What else happened? Oh, Bacon. Dang it. I can't use my mouse. Bacon has fully leveled up the companion and retriever, and then I put her secondary trait as tracker. So now she can retrieve and track blood, which is great. If we come over here to the mission log, we've completed all the missions, and we've completed 3 out of 4 of the side missions. The only one that I have left is getting a gold or better of every single species. So I still need to get a gold bean goose, Canadian goose, teal, rock ptarmigan, raccoon dog, and goldeneye. So I've made a lot of progress on that, which is fantastic. And I did all that just from walking around and unlocking the map. So these, it was easy. That's all I had to do. Taking a look at our skills, that's where we're at for Stalker. And I think I actually want to put some more stuff in here, don't I? No, I think I'm good for Stalker. For Ambusher, that's where we're at. If we go to the perks, that's what we have for rifle perks. We're done with rifles. I'm not messing around with these anymore. Shotgun, this is where I'm currently at. I am going to get one more in this one, fast shouldering. And then I'm going to move on probably to archery, if I'm completely honest. I think this is where I'm going to go into next. I could go into handgun. Being able to reload all the weapons while running, that's actually pretty good, so I might go into that. Let's see here. I don't really... I mean, this would be nice to have, but it's not needed. This one would be really good to have. Decrease the reloading time of all weapons. Really, not too much in here, so I'm probably going to focus on archery next. After I get fast shouldering completely unlocked. If we go to the codex, we can go to our profile card, so I'm more than halfway to level 35. Not bad. We can go to the hunting profile. I've got 2 diamonds, 90 gold, 174 silvers, and 77 bronze. If we go to history, we can take a look there. That's every animal that I've shot. Or that I've harvested, I should say. Why is this not... There we go. The goldeneye is still my #1 trophy rating. Really, really nice. If we go to the latest harvest, there's a look at that. We can see I've got a diamond western capercaillie. That was the 2nd diamond outside of the red deer. Doing really, really well. Really, really well for ourselves. No complaints. Where are we going to go to next? Well, actually, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to the other maps that we visited, and I'm going to build up all the hunting structures because I do have the money to do it. I'm sitting at over 100,000 in credits, and every single one of these that I build, that's 100 experience points. I've got all the weapons that I want to get. I've got all the gear that I want to get, with the exception of a couple scopes for the rifles and handgun, or for the shotguns and handguns. I've got everything I want, so I'm not too concerned about money. So I want to go through and I just want to get the easy experience points. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go back to the other maps. I'm going to build up all of these hunting structures. And then we're going to go to where do we want to go to next? We've got New England Mountains, Medvedega, Layton Lakes, Varhonga Savannah, Emerald Coast, Sundarpatan, Yukon Valley, Silver Ridge, Parque Fernando, Erschfelden, and that's it. I'm thinking, actually, I want to go to a map I have never hunted before, so that would be Sundarpatan. Yeah, we're going to go to Sundarpatan. That's where we're going to go next. So, that's it, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. If I've earned it, hit the subscribe button. And as always, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll catch you in the next one.